Well, I've just got off the bus in the village of Millthorpe, about 6 miles from Chesterfield, on this little recce trip I'm going to undertake to try and find some suitable spots for my first backpacking trip in nearly 20 years. Well, that was a bit of a slog up through those trees, but I'm now coming out onto the open moors above Chesterfield. Should get some great views later on. The initial cloudy skies have turned nice and clear. The sun is out and it's a lovely temperature for walking. Perfect. I may have found the first possible backpacking overnight stop here then, on these few little rocks. I've forgotten the name. I'll put the name of the crags at the bottom of the screen here because I haven't got my map out, but yeah, it's got good 360 degrees views. Yeah, it's possible, and I could certainly walk here from home, probably about 10 miles or less I should think. Well, the path's going to get a bit busier now. Quite a popular little walking route this. I'm no longer alone, unfortunately. Never mind, the scenery is still good. I'm now walking along White Edge, not as dramatic as Froggatt Edge and Kerber Edge. I shall be walking along later, but still it's nice, it's remote, but it's quite busy. Mind you, we are in the Peak District on a sunny late summer's day, so not surprising really. So this is another nice spot for another overnight with the tent. Probably better than the first actually. Good, great stop for lunch as well. Yeah, it's on the edge of White Edge. Fantastic views down to the Derwent Valley. Yeah, I think might well use this spot. Now again, it's a bit further to walk from home, but it's doable. It is blowing a gale here though. Well, I'm making my way across now to Froggatt Edge and Kerber Edge, two very well known landmarks in the Peak District. So it's likely to be quite busy. Just going to be a nice scenic walk now, all the way back to Baslow probably. I'm on Baslow Edge now, and from there I should be going past the Eagle Stone, quite a well-known landmark, and then along Gardens Edge before descending down into Baslow. Well, I'm on the last edge of the day, Gardens Edge, and once we go along here it's all downhill to Baslow. It's been a good day out, fantastic. There's a bit of a contrast here, walking through the Chatsworth estate. Contrasting scenery compared to this morning. Well, I've just left the village of Baslow on a very warm and sunny afternoon. I got the bus from Chesterfield. Glad to say that my missing tooth has been glued back in. Yeah, fabulous afternoon. So after last week's recce, today is the day I actually go backpacking tonight. From last week's recce I also spotted 2 potential camping spots, so I hope to aim for one of those this afternoon. It's only around 4 miles from here, but it's uphill most of the way, so I'm going to take it pretty steady. I've got a lot of weight to carry. I'm carrying all my water because there's no water I can get on the way up, but should get some fabulous views higher up because there's a clear blue sky. The sun is starting to get lower in the sky. Fabulous. There's a nice view of Baslow glistening in the sun down there. There's a lovely view of Kerber Edge in the early evening light, and as I pan slowly right, that's White Edge, and that's where I hope to be camping this evening. Last little climb now to White Edge. So I'm walking along White Edge now. It's only about 400 or 500 yards to the campsite location. That's if I can remember where it is. Well, this is it. This is the location of my campsite tonight. Fantastic view up the valley, and it should be a glorious sunset. So I'll go and put the tent up. Come back to you later. Ooh. Well, there we go. It's 6:45 now, so the sun will be setting in about 20 minutes time, I would think. I shall get the kettle on, cup of tea, watch the sun go down, cook me tea, do a bit of reading, go to bed, wake up, and I'll see what it's like in the morning. Well, it's getting dark now, so I think I'll finish making a cup of tea, and I'll cook my tea and watch the sun go down, and then have an early night. So I'll probably speak to you again in the morning. Oh, good morning. It was a pretty cold night last night, and quite breezy as well. It's still quite cold now, so I'm having a nice cup of coffee to warm me up. I was hoping for a lovely sunrise and blue sky this morning, but it's quite overcast. Never mind. I'll show you later exactly where I'm camped. I didn't have much time last night because it was getting a bit dark. I wanted to make me tea. So I'll show you later on some video of where I'm actually camped. I'm just making some lovely porridge now over the stove. Should help warm me up. You can't beat a nice hot bowl of porridge in the morning when it's cold. Fantastic. Right, I think I'll start putting the tent back down again now. It's not warmed up very much. And then when I got the tent down, I'll retrace my steps, go back along Kerber Edge and back to Baslow. Well, I'm on the last leg now, descending into Baslow. So that's the end of my first backpacking trip in nearly 20 years. I think looking back on it, the only lesson I really learned on this one is bring more warm clothing. I should have brought some gloves maybe and perhaps a woolly hat because I was a bit cold in bed last night. But other than that, I think not bad for a first time in nearly 20 years. I'm looking forward to the next one now. Oh, and the sun's decided to come out at last.